impressive record for a judge in a multi-judge court like the District of the Denver-based 10th Circuit Court of Appeals. And it simply rebuts any picture our friends across the aisle have attempted to paint of him as some kind of extremist or radical. And I would ask our friends this question: if Judge Gorsuch doesn't fit the bill for a qualified mainstream nominee, then is there any nominee from this president or any other Republican president that will meet the Democrats' arbitrary, flimsy standard? Time and time again, our friends across the aisle failed to make any intellectually honest argument against this nominee, and still they determined to block him. That brought us to the cloture vote yesterday and the last-ditch effort to block Judge Gorsuch. They didn't want to even give him the up or down vote that we're getting ready to have here in a few minutes. Instead, they wanted to kill his nomination by simply refusing an up or down vote and moving his nomination forward. In our nation's entire history, before yesterday, there had only been 4 cloture votes for Supreme Court nominees. Only 4. None of them had been cast as a partisan filibuster and determined to try to block the nomination until yesterday. Still, the minority leader, cheered on by the extreme groups on the left, barreled this chamber to the first ever partisan filibuster of a Supreme Court nominee, following a regrettable and recent tradition of Democrat obstructionism when it came to Republican judicial nominees. And that's where, now that there's a Republican in the White House again, that's what they want to do, again, is obstruct. This is a wholly concocted method that Democrats started back when George W. Bush was president to deny a Republican president an opportunity to nominate the person of his choice, confirmed by a majority vote in the Senate. Before 2000, before Senator Schumer and a number of liberal legal academicians decided that they wanted to raise the threshold for confirmation to 60 votes instead of what the Constitution requires, which is a majority vote, no one would have ever dreamed that the Constitution would have allowed for a 60-vote requirement rather than an up or down vote. It's not that our friends across the aisle truly oppose Judge Gorsuch. The fact is they oppose President Trump. That's what this is all about. But this vote isn't actually about President Trump. It's about the man we've all learned so much about, Judge Neil Gorsuch, who has a record of faithfully interpreting the law. A man who's proven himself to possess an independent judicial mind, who simply follows the law wherever it may lead, and someone who's won bipartisan approval. This vote is about delivering on a promise. Republicans promised to let the American people, to let their voice be heard in deciding who they would choose as president to select the next Supreme Court justice. The American people did that. They chose President Trump, and he chose Judge Gorsuch. If Hillary Clinton had been elected president today, I have no doubt that her choice for the Supreme Court would be confirmed by a majority vote in the same United States Senate. So now it's time we deliver on the promise that we made to the American people and confirm Judge Neil Gorsuch to the Supreme Court. Madam President, I yield the floor.
President.
You're very good.